What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy Ruiz. And I want to talk to you guys about the truth of Andy Ruiz. You know, we're hearing back and forth about Anthony Joshua. Sure, everyone's talking about Anthony Joshua, from Chris Eubank to Lennox Lewis to Deontay Wilder to Bob Arum. Okay? Everyone has their 2 cents to put in about Anthony Joshua, about what happened that night, why he lost, was it the training, was it this, was it that, right? But everyone's taking the main focus. Like I just talked to, shouts out to Kyron Glasker, okay? And he made a valid point. Shouts out to you. Everyone wants to criticize Anthony Joshua performance, and then we're overlooking the performance that Andy Ruiz gave. Okay? Anthony Joshua wasn't in there by himself. He was in there with a fighter that was prepared to fight. Okay? He was ready to fight. He did his job. He did his homework. He just came from a fight. He was the one that took the fight short notice, people. So we must remember that at the end of the day. He had I would say he didn't have every disadvantage, but he had disadvantages. Height, reach, time. You know what I'm saying? He had to fight. And I think that was a recipe that he needed. People thought that he wasn't going to win. People overlooked him. He was a 25-1 underdog. They gave him no chance. They talked about his weight. They still talk about his weight. They criticized, how the man looks, how the man talks, you know what I mean? And he's too soft. They said everything before that fight, right? Until that fight happened. And when that fight happened, people were... Those were the expressions that you saw. Shocking, speechless, right? But Andy Ruiz did his job. And he is the new unified champion of the world. And I will say this. He defeated Anthony Joshua. He's up for a rematch. Okay. Who only knows how that's going to go. However, this is what I will say. Andy Ruiz's victory has nothing to do with Tyson Fury nor Deontay Wilder at all. Okay. So a lot of people were yarning or desiring a super fight. I was one of them. I wanted to see those guys fight, but here's the deal. The things have changed in boxing. The belts have changed hands. Fight the guy that the belts belong to now. Put your focus on him. Stop talking about what you would have done to Anthony Joshua. You didn't fight Joshua. None of you guys did. So let's stop. Fight Andy Ruiz. That's the focus now, right? That's the focus. That's the unified champion now. So let's see if you fight him, or let's see if you duck him like you did Anthony Joshua, like the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that, because what I'm seeing is people are criticizing Anthony for losing to a guy that looks like that, right? Now, in the same breath, you want to take credit for it. Like, oh, he possibly couldn't beat me now. That's arrogance already. And obviously these people that think that, the fighters, don't know boxing and don't know shit about boxing, right? They forgot one key note, that this isn't a triangle theory when it comes to boxing. This is real life. One man gets in there, who will be the better man on the day? Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter who that guy beat or who you beat. It doesn't matter. It's who will win that night. That's my counterpunch on that. Andy Ruiz, he is the unified heavyweight champion of the world, and he's made history, people. I gotta keep saying that. The man has made history. He's the first Mexican heavyweight ever. Okay? Not John Ruiz. He's Puerto Rican. I'm not talking about him. Some guy thought that he was his dad. That's his daddy? No, that's not his daddy. Okay? That's a totally different fighter from a totally different place. Okay, just have the same last name, spelled the same, right? But let's see if Ruiz gets past Joshua, theoretically, will these guys fight this man? Because everybody eventually has to fight, or do they? Time will tell us. But what time has told us lately, that the best hasn't fought the best. The best, all they have done is talked about fighting the best instead of fighting the best. That's what I've seen. Andy Ruiz was that man that wanted to fight the best. And he fought and beat one of the best. The top three. The three-headed dragon. One of the heads have been cut off now. Okay? But who was able to fight one of those heads of that dragon? Andy Ruiz. So shouts out to Andy Ruiz, the unified champion of the world. This is the truth about Andy Ruiz. This is the reality of Andy Ruiz and his victory. So shouts out to you, Andy Ruiz. You're the unified champion. You're humble. You deserve it. You fought hard. You showed the heart of a Mexican warrior. And this is for you. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.